Hi everyone, we're going to go over the purse class assignment. So as you can see, we have the purse class with three variables: the number of cores, number of dimes, number of nickels. We have the default constructor where we assign 0 to each of the three variables. That means the purse is empty. And also the second constructor. We assign these parameters to these instance variables. Then we have the three accessor method and the three modifier methods: set cores, set dimes, set nickels. And then also we have add quarters. So if you want to add more quarters, so this is the method to call. As you can see, it increments. It adds this number to whatever you already have. The same thing for add dimes and for add nickels. And then we have a method that calculates the total of coins. Basically, you just add them up. And then for the value, say how much money it is worth. So you multiply the number of cores by 0.25, number of dimes by 0.1, 10 cents, and then number of nickels by 5 cents. And the last method is the toString. So you just put them side by side. Okay. Now for the second class, purse tester, we created 4 objects, different values, and then we called some of the method: add quarters, add dimes, add nickels, and then we created an array of type purse, and then we stored this object in that array. Now we're going to create the methods, the static method. So the first method returns the high total value, a high total coins in a purse. Okay, so we want to know what is the maximum number of coins in any purse. So public static integer, we're going to call it high total coins, except a purse array, I'm going to call it list. Okay, so now we're going to have a variable high equals to 0, and then we're going to use the enhanced loop for purse p colon list. So if p get total is higher than high, then high equals p get total coins, and then we return it, return high. So this will return the maximum number of coins in any purse. Okay, so let's call this method. So get to high total coins, and then we're gonna call the method using the array that we created called purses. So let's run the program. So 54 is the maximum number of coins in any purse. So basically this is the purse with the maximum, with the highest number of coins. Okay, now for the second method, it's a method that returns the purse object. So the return type is purse object with the highest value. So we're going to return the purse object that has the maximum amount of money. So public static, then look, the return type is purse. Okay, and I'm going to call it high value purse. Let's accept a purse object. So we need a variable purse. We're going to call it full purse. By default, it can be null, and also we need a variable to keep track. It's going to be double, like how much money we have. So by default, we're going to put 0 also. So we're going to put here high is 0. And then we're going to run, or we're going to use the loop to traverse the array. So for purse p list, so if p that, now here we're going to call the method for the high value. I think I misspelled high. So if p that total value coins, if it is higher than high, then we're going to update the high equals p dot total coin value coins, but at the same time we need to make sure we save the purse. So we're going to put full purse equals p. So this is the purse that we are interested in. So once we go through the entire array, then we can return the purse object full purse. So when you run this program, or when you call this method, it's going to return purse. So when you print a purse, which is an object, automatically the toString will be called. So if you run the program here, okay, so let's say what's the name of the method? It is the high value purse. So it's going to return the purse object, and then the toString will be automatically called. So it's going to show me all the information about the purse, because that's what we have in the purse class. If you go to toString, it's going to show you the quarters, dimes, and nickels. Okay. Now the next method that returns the total number of coins in all purses. So we're going to count how many coins do we have in all purses combined. So public static integer, we're going to call it all purse coins. So accept an array of type purse, we're going to call it list. And then we need a variable, sum. And then we're going to add up the total number of coins. So for purse p list, so we're just gonna add them up. So sum plus equal p dot get total coins for each purse, and then you return the total of coins, return sum. So if I call the method here, it's gonna display the total number, the big total of all coins combined. So the total should be 141 coins. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the value. Let's say we want to know how much money we have in all purses. So we're gonna follow the same thing, that returns the total value of money in all purses. So public static, it's going to be double because we're going to call the total value. So, and then we're going to call it all purse total value. So we're going to do the same thing. We need a variable of type double this time. And then we're going to traverse the array and then add up all the value or amount of money we have in every single purse. So it's going to be P and then total value coins, and then you return the variable sum. Now if I call the method here, or purse total value, so we're going to see how much money we have. So we have $17.20. Now the last method is to empty all the purses. Let's say we want to get rid of all the money that we have. So method that empties all purses. So it's going to be a void method, empty all purses. So what we're going to do here, one of the methods that allow us to change the value is the modifier. So I have to do it individually because we're going to set the number of quarters to 0 and to set the dimes to 0. So we're going to use these 3 modifier methods. I mean, we can add one that includes all the 3 in one method, but that's what we have at this point. So we're going to use the loop for purse p list, and then we're going to call the modifiers p set quarters to 0, because when you change it to 0, that means there's no more quarters. And then the same thing for dimes, change it to value to 0, and finally the number of nickels to 0. So this will empty basically the purses. So you don't have to return anything since it's a void, but we have to print the purses and see what is the impact of this method. So let's call the method first empty purses, and then let's print the array. So I'm going to put arrays to string purses and see if we did empty all the purses. So if we run the program, so as you can see, all of them are 0, 0, 0, 0. That means the method worked properly. Okay, so this is the solutions to the purse class assignment. I hope you find it useful and helpful, and see you in the next lecture.